It was remarkable. I mean, the only time I've ever played in this country was, as I was saying, with Blackie and the Rodeo Kings at Roskilde, which is probably a pretty strange representation of this country. And that was just, a full-on sweaty rock show with a lot of people stuffed into a tent. So this is very different. But aside from the audience, for me, the whole thing was the chance to play with these guys, with the Sentimentals, because up until 2 days ago, our entire relationship was through email and Skype. And so I hadn't met him. So I was literally flying over on a long flight from Vancouver thinking, this is going to be interesting. So, that it's hard to separate that from the whole experience.
Driving through the dead of night, 100 miles on one headlight, moving on. At times you can't see what's up ahead, but you make your choice and you make your bed, moving on. Try to heal the things you've broken, the words you left unspoken. Learn to say goodbye and wait for when the moment's golden, and then choose the door that opens straight as the crow flies.
This business, you have to play a lot of shows and do a lot of things that are undignified, and that's just the name of the game. And if you can't handle it, don't be in this business. But this was not one of those.
How did you get together with MC Hansen, who's sitting here next to you, and the Sentimentals? Usually he finds people back over in the States or where he's roaming around, but I understand this is the other way around this time.
Yeah, I found him through Jonathan Bird, who he's worked with many and written with many times. And Jonathan is an acquaintance of mine. We met many years ago at a little festival in Oregon. And I wrote to him a year ago and said, I see you're touring through Scandinavia. Do you have any contacts? It's just kind of one of those things that you throw out. And I was literally sitting in my front room thinking, God, I want to go back there and play there again. And I don't know anybody. And it's sometimes you knock on doors and nothing happens, and you knock and knock. And this time I sent out one email, and he literally got back to me within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and said, yeah, talk to this guy, MC Hansen. So I sent him an email, and he got back to me within 24 hours. And it was just it was so easy. And I've actually kept saying that to these guys, that you keep waiting for, when is the kind of the point where you go, here's where the problem is. This sound system's terrible, or somebody's a drunk, or something where there's an obstacle that you have to get over, and there hasn't been any. And I keep wondering, this is so strange, because I'm not a pessimist at all, and I do believe that the glass is half full. And I really think that if you pursue your career and you walk into the world with that kind of philosophy, then you attract that to you. But still, shit happens.
And beware, this was only the first job with the Sentimentals. Yeah. But Mads, is that true? Is it the first time that someone contacted you to go on tour with you in Denmark?
Now that happens a lot, but we rarely say yes to anyone.
Oh, okay.
Actually, just because it's great if they're nice, but we want them to be both nice and really good. So, and I knew Stephen already. I had actually been introduced to Stephen's music by my agent in England, whom he actually booked Stephen to play a couple of shows in a few weeks from now. So the world just keeps getting smaller for us. So no, we don't always say yes. We rarely say yes, but when somebody's that good, we have to say yes.
So specify, what was it that made you say yes to Stephen Fearing?
Well, I knew his music, so that helped. But actually, Jonathan emailed me and said, this guy Stephen Fearing just contacted me asking if he could talk to you guys, and I just want to say one thing: just go ahead and do it, is what he said. So you should do this. So yeah, he gave a recommendation too.
I gotta send him a lot of licorice. Yeah, apparently he likes licorice, so I'll be sending him some.
So you were here with Blackie and
The Rodeo Kings.
and the Rodeo Kings. So when you're doing solo, is that like a side thing to Blackie?
No, in some ways, Blackie is the side thing because, I started doing this and I'll be doing this no matter what. But the Rodeo Kings have been going for 23 years now. And I think we all feel the same way, which is when we decide to tour as that, then that becomes our main focus. But you can't just have one gig anymore. You've got to have a lot of irons in the fire. So for me, that's what I hope this can become is something else, another way to skin the cat, if that's not the right. You know what I mean? Just another way to do it.
With the best of intentions, you can lose the day, but you get back up and on your way, moving on. 'Cause people talk and they tell you lies and they flap their lips right before your eyes, moving on. Try to heal the things you broke. Don't leave the words unspoken. Learn to say goodbye and wait for when the moment's golden, and then choose the door that opens straight as the crow flies. In the dust, you turn the key from hope to trust. And all those hurtful things that were said are in the past now. Look ahead. Try don't leave the past unspoken. Learn to say goodbye and wait for when the moment's golden, and then choose the door that opens straight as the crow flies.